what do you think college life, because we both just graduated from WVU after 4 years, and we had access to the internet this entire time. How different do you think college life was 25 years ago when our parents went there? How different do you think it was then than it is now? Because we now have access to the internet, which is a game changer. It changes everything. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, like, honestly, it's comparing times is really just comparing, like, you know, different. It's just so completely bizarre, you know, seeing how much more world access we currently have than all our parents have. You know, like, even, like, you know, my grandfather, like, he actually used to be a botanist at a university up in Wisconsin, and, like, he has, like, he even wrote, like, a whole book for his class, you know? But, like, that book in itself is only, like, maybe 50 pages, you know? It's got that old typewriter font and everything. Like, and just seeing, like, that compared to how I can literally just put in botany into Wikipedia and have, like, the equivalent of that book in less than 5 seconds is just mind-boggling.
Yeah.
So, I guess the way to put it is we are in such a much more connected age than our parents and grandparents ever could have hoped to be. And in doing so, we are literally so much more connected than, you know, anybody during that time could have ever even thought about.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, and just also, like, I feel like also we end up, in our own way, we have some sort of, you know, communication downfalls. Because we've gone more technological, we don't really have that, you know, innate drive to just randomly talk to strangers about how, you know, hey, do you know, like, the way to so-and-so, or do you know where to find this, you know, like,
totally,
because we just have literally computers in our own hands right now. You know, so
access to everything, the whole world's knowledge.
Yeah. Like, we don't even need, you know, well, I wouldn't say we don't need books anymore, but we're at the point where physical books are becoming less and less, and everything is just in its own way turning digital. So, oh God. Like, dude, what the fuck did people do in college back in the day? Like,
they went to the library and read and looked for books forever.
But not just that, dude. Like, for entertainment, like, did you really just watch what was on TV and that was that?
Yeah, they barely had any channels too.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, man. I think, like my mom tells me that if she had internet access back in the day, she'd fucking ace her classes. And I think about it now, man. Like, shit, the last 4 semesters, like, I made an effort to get at least 1 to 3 online classes every semester. And, I mean, it really helped out. And a lot of these fucking classes, like, you take the quiz, you can get every fucking answer on Quizlet or on the internet as you're taking the quiz on eCampus or Blackboard or whatever it's on. And yeah, like, it's so fucking easy. And man, when this quarantine started and they switched all the classes to online, it became way more easier. And it's just like, I don't know, man, online's so much better. Like, I mean, there's pros and cons. Like, I still like going to class. It gives me structure. Like, I feel like I have structure in my life when I get up and go to class and go there and learn. but it's just way more efficient to do it on my own time, do whenever I need to. And the fact that we have to memorize so much bullshit that I just forget after every fucking exam anyway, because I've barely had any cumulative good, but it's just like, why do we have to memorize all this shit when we're going to forget it anyway, and we have access to the fucking entire world's knowledge on our fucking phone? Everyone does. It's everywhere. And, you know, I always say, like, I still remember, like, you know, in first grade, like, my teacher, we were doing math problems, and someone was like, why do we have to memorize, like, the multiples of 12 or some shit? And she's like, well, you're never going to be carrying around a calculator with you all the time, are you? Little did you know, now we got a fucking phone. Yeah, now we carry around a fucking calculator / superhuman device / knowledge of all world in our pocket at all times. And it's empowering, dude. But I mean, our phone is literally an extension of ourself. And it's empowering, but I think learning is totally outdated. I think just trying to cram information in your head when you're going to forget it anyway, I think that way of learning is outdated in this time and age, especially when we're getting pretty close to the time when we'll be able to just download information on our brain and learn it instantly. But it's just so outdated, the fact that we have to just cram information that we're just going to forget most of it anyway. Now, I do retain some of that shit, but a lot of it, man, just goes out the fucking ear after I take the exam.
Yeah. And I will say, though, this may just be, you know, I majored in accounting, so I do, in its own way, see the necessity of memorizing multiplication tables, because it's really not that hard in its own way to do math in your own head.
I think multiples of 12 up to 12 is fine. Like, that's fine.
12 by 12 is 144. 120, 132, 144. Like, it's literally just counting in groups.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, I mean, also, like, even with, like, you know, my own internship, it's a government internship, and I just have, you know, security. I'm not going to disclose, but I'll give a hint. It shares the letters with a college football conference. But even then, you know, with it, I had to do this thing on Excel, and, you know, they had this one contractor, you know, help me out with it. And she even told me, you know, hey, just so you know, like, these are some formulas I looked up and use a lot. But even then, if you have questions, just use Google. Like, we've gotten to a point in time where a company has become a verb of the human language.
Yeah.
For technological use. Like, it's... Who the hell, like, would have thought of that, like, I don't know, 20 years ago? Like,
I don't know, man.
Mind-boggling. So completely mind-boggling.
Yeah, I think the fact that... I mean, the internet really has changed the world altogether. But, man, I don't know, dude. It's just... It's crazy to think about how different the world was just 25 years ago when there was no internet. I mean, I still remember, like, as a kid, I was fucking Windows 95. Like, I was using that shit. And, like, they had, like, Solitaire on there and Internet Explorer, like the old one, Minesweeper. And, you know, it's just, like, it's crazy how far we've come. It really is. But,
it really, dude, like, damn, that we really are at the point in age where we have the world at our literal fingertips. And I don't think this was honestly, like, even thought of, like, all the way back when the internet was actually created. Like, you know how the internet was originally, you know, made in the Pentagon itself as
was
a
it?
way. Yeah, the real history of the internet was It was originally a computer system used to securely send files to and from workers within the Pentagon to not allow outside access to those files at all. And the DoD ended up realizing, wait, this might actually be really beneficial. Or with some people at the Pentagon also. They realized the potential it had. They decided to make it public. And here we are. Like, literally, it's the thing that connects the world even more than fucking treaties and whatnot. Like, as I don't know, you can go to, Twitter, Reddit, 4chan, whatever. You can talk to someone from Azerbaijan, or Syria, or like anywhere in the world you want to. We just have so much access to whatever we want that it's just so bizarre to like comprehend as someone that, I don't know, maybe would have been my age around the time I was born. Like, even in the 90s, man, like, in the very, like, beginning age of, the internet. Like, you had MySpace and whatnot, but who thought that we would be almost as streamlined as we are right now?
Yeah. It's just, the world really is connected. And, even, like, these third world countries are getting access to this, like, smartphones and old phones and shit. Like, even just the third world countries are having access to the internet and shit. And it's revolutionizing this world, to be honest.